When I talk to people about Isambard Kingdom Brunel, they are actually astonished how busy he was. His long working days, scant holiday time, and also it's when you read about him you realise the variety of projects that he undertook. Mechanical and civil engineering weren't categorised in those days, and one or two authors mention Brunel had an association with Bristol Cathedral. Now my manuscript is almost finished. I want it published after I've got a representation of pictures of Brunel's work in Italy and Ireland. Well, this video mentions what Brunel was doing on the 1st of June in 1850. And it is astonishing to add to the point I made about his long hours of work. Because listen to this. Brunel replies to an invitation from the Dean of Bristol by writing to Reverend E. Banks to inspect some defects in the fabric of Bristol Cathedral. To give a couple of hours of courtesy inspection to form some opinion of the subject, I can be at the cathedral at 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning next, having to leave Bristol by train for Exeter at 7:50. Brunel will submit a report which will not recommend imminent restoration. However, after visiting the nave, I realised that it was rebuilt in 1868. So although Brunel's survey was not actioned upon, it was in the fairly near distant future that the restorative phase actually began. But it's astonishing that, of course, we have daylight in June, that Brunel was summoning church cathedral staff to be here whilst he could squeeze in a quick visit starting at 5 o'clock in the morning, and that was probably after he went to bed about 12 o'clock. So I thought this video was rather different, and of course, using the word different, the whole cathedral's been remodeled, but the video's been set up here on College Green because Brunel mentions to his friend Thomas Guppy, who was involved in designing the Great Britain, that he met Thomas here on College Green in Bristol. And Brunel actually mentions College Green, so this is why the camera is set up here for two stories in one. He met Thomas in late 30s, early 40s. I've got the date here, but I can't remember. But anyway, this video is to show you an example of what time of day Brunel started work, and he had to squeeze everything in, and his life was timetabled, and he had his own trains to convey him around the country to use time efficiently.